So, in the previous class we were discussing about hydrogen abstraction reactions, right, intramolecular hydrogen abstraction, particularly from hydrogen from the gamma carbon, right. Just for refreshing, just put an intramolecular hydrogen abstraction. We will see from gamma, but right, we saw that reactions. What we did is that we took a carbonyl which has hydrogen in the gamma carbon. So, we took this system, right. So, what we did, once we photolyzed, we said that it will go for my S1, it gets excited to S1, then it undergoes a nice intersystem crossing to get me a triplet. So, we get a triplet excited state. Then what we said? After that, we said that this alkoxy radical O dot can abstract an hydrogen from the gamma carbon because of its 6 member transition state, and we studied the stereochemistry. So, we said that, so if it does that, so you end up with a 1,4 diradical. So, we get a nice 1,4 diradical. Now, after this it is more about your radical chemistry, right. So, what your 1,4 diradical can do? What this 1,4 diradical can do? One, it can undergo a nice cyclization, I get a cyclic product, or it undergoes a beta cleavage, to get me an acetophenone plus alkene, or we studied it can undergo a reversal of hydrogen migration to give back my, not essentially my starting material. If it is chiral carbon, then we can see that the stereochemistry will be changed when it is a reversal of hydrogen. When I take an R optically active, I end up with an racemic. So, that is what we studied in the previous class. We took our compounds which has a hydrogen in the gamma carbon, and we said that that will end up with a 1,4 diradical. 1,4 diradical can do 3 good reactions. One is cyclization, another is your beta cleavage, and reversal of your hydrogen migration. So, this beta cleavage, we said you can call this reaction as Norrish type 2. Fine. Now, we just get into some examples and try to understand, like if your gamma carbon doesn't have an hydrogen. You have a system where your carbon, gamma carbon doesn't have an hydrogen. Then what your alkoxy radical, that is your carbonyl system, can do. Okay. So, I take this system. So, in this system, if you see, like, my alpha carbon doesn't have an hydrogen, okay, it is a methyl, okay, and my gamma, yeah, I have no carbon there, it is a nitrogen. Okay. If I take this type of system and if I photolyze, what happens? Initially, you know that it goes nicely to S1, then undergoes an, because it is an aromatic system. So, it undergoes aromatic ketones. So, it undergoes an intersystem crossing to T1. So, can I write down my T1? So, we in the earlier class we said that if there is no gamma carbon, okay, it can abstract an hydrogen from your beta, okay, that because it is a 5-member transition state. So, it is little bit favored than your 6-member, but anyhow gamma is there, then that will be the first choice. So, if I abstract an hydrogen, I get a system like this, right. This is my photolysis. What I end up? I end up with a 1,3 diradical. So, what we can call this chemistry? We can call this as a beta hydrogen abstraction, right. We said gamma hydrogen abstraction. This we can call as a so what this 1,3 diradical can do? I have studied. See, now like once the photochemistry is over, it is all about your diradicals 1,3, 1,4, 1,5, 1,6. Since we have studied all this about diradicals, so it should be easy for you to now predict the products. Any idea what 1,3 diradical can do? We have studied that. Alpha cleavage reaction, we took like a cyclobutanone system, and then we did a decarbonylation, we got 1,3 diradical. So, what that 1,3 diradical gave us? One, it can cyclize, okay, to give me a cyclopropane type of ring, or it can do a hydrogen abstraction. That is what we have studied in 1,3 diradical. Here the hydrogen abstraction is not that much facile because I have protected by methyl and everything. No? So, it has only one choice to cyclize. See now photochemistry, what two things you have to now remember. If you know that, then you can predict the product. First thing you have to know whether the chemistry happens from singlet or triplet or from both to give me what radical, what diradical. Once you know, you are halfway right. Okay. After that, it is all about your diradical. So, you can just simply understand what 1,6 diradical can do, what 1,5 can do, 1,4 and 1,3, that is all. Once you know that, then based on that chemistry you can work out. Just find out what is the diradical you get most of the time when you do the photochemistry. Once you know the diradical, then write all the possible products, then based on that you can eliminate depending upon the stability or radical formation, and you can end up with single major product. Yes. Okay. Keeping this is one of the best example of beta hydrogen abstraction. Okay. I will take another. We will go for next example. So, I have taken a system, okay, alpha, okay, it is not like an hydrogen to abstract, beta, gamma, okay, nothing is there. So, I have my alpha, I cannot abstract this hydrogen, okay, previously, I cannot, there is no hydrogen here. So, this is also not that facile to abstract. See, I do not have now alpha, beta, gamma, okay. So, I take the system and photolyze it. So, again it is an aromatic type of ketone, okay, you know that it can go S1 intersystem. Try to write this, nothing wrong in writing this, okay, S1 to T1 intersystem crossing. So, what radical then it is T1. So, I can get a system. Or like this, right, my T1 should be like this. So, I can write this as an alpha, beta, gamma, okay, then I can say it is delta. So, I have an hydrogen here, right. So, it can also abstract from your delta. So, if it abstracts from your delta, again you are getting a system of what radical 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, it is 1, 5. On 5 diradical. See, in this case again you can recollect yourself what 1,5 diradical can do. Cyclization, any other things. In this case, yeah, it does nice cyclization. Any other thing? What 1,5 diradical can do? What? It does a very nice hydrogen abstraction, right? So, in this case, there is no chance of doing it. So, it undergoes a cyclization. Right. So, we can call this as So, it can do delta hydrogen abstraction also. It's more about proximity, okay, whether that carbonyl can take that hydrogen, okay, rather than distance. It also about proximity. Yeah. It's again like not a very tough example, but it looks to be a simple ketone, right. So, what you if I shine light, what do you think? Yeah, you know that you get S1 and then your triplet, which is your excited ketone. This is your T1. What do you get? Where you can think hydrogen abstraction can happen. Next to oxygen. So, it is alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and you can call as epsilon, right. So, if other way around also you can number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. You can call as 1, 7 hydrogen abstraction. You can start from your oxygen number. Okay. O dot is your 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, you can get a nice 1, 7 hydrogen abstraction, or you can call it also epsilon hydrogen abstraction. So, it is better you call it as 1, 7 hydrogen abstraction. So, what you get if you do that? So, my phenyl here, make your O dot. Right. So, what is this radical? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is a 1, 6 diradical. So, always say I am always giving importance to this intermediate which is formed, because that will take me to the right chemistry product. Okay. So, what radical you should get, that should be your aim. Yeah, there are reactions which can give you nitrines, carbines, but in this case you are ending up most of the time radicals. Okay. So, this will, you know that this can easily cyclize. If it does not cyclize, then you will end up with what? Can you remember, if it does not cyclize, if does not, this case it is nice to cyclize. Okay. If it does not want to cyclize, then you are left with only one option, that is hydrogen abstraction. Okay. You can think about hydrogen abstraction also. For example, if this can abstract an hydrogen from here, then what happens? You get like a photoenol type, that EZ form, right. If I get a hydrogen, then I can make a double bond here, which you have studied. That type also you can, but this is more facile in this case, because why? You end up with a very nice product, pyranol. Very nice method to synthesize pyranols. You can call us pyranols. very good method to do synthesis, because it goes completely this product and this is your major product. So, if you want, I can call this as epsilon hydrogen abstraction, or you can call this as 1,7 hydrogen abstraction. Right. So, you have seen alpha, beta, gamma, delta and epsilon hydrogen abstraction. So, if your carbonyl has more proximity, it tries to do all this chemistry. It is not like it has to do only gamma hydrogen. Yeah, gamma hydrogen is much favored. I like to do this example. I will give you some time for you guys to try this example. This is a very good example. See how many can get me the product. Okay. Just try by yourself. Given you a type of cyclic ketone, okay, but acyclic ketone type of cyclic, sorry, it is not an aromatic. So, what you expect then? First stage, once I photolyze, yes sir, once I photolyze, it is not an aromatic ketone. So, it goes S1, then it can intersystem cross to T1, and T1 say you get product, or you get product from both. Yeah, that is the only thing you have to remember here. You will be getting product from both. So, for example, I am writing the radicals of this, not the product, the radicals. So, how they look. So, I got this is your T1 for T1 or S1, whatever. So, what radical is this? Yeah, this you cannot. After this, what it can do? Hydrogen abstraction, right? So, from where? From where it can abstract the hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So, you are saying it abstracts from here. Okay. I am just considering what you are saying then. I am just going to write based on that. So, I will write this product in this direction. You write it by yourself, so that do not get confused. So, you get a nice OH. As you said 1,7, I can take it, right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get this, okay, that is all. Why you are not thinking that it can do a gamma hydrogen abstraction? Because you said gamma hydrogen is much more fissile, right? You can now give a choice. It can do gamma hydrogen abstraction also. So, what is then it is? 1, 5, right? will be 1,5 hydrogen abstraction. So, it is not that it does only one hydrogen abstraction. Okay. If it has a choice, it will do. You can get many products. In this case, it is nice to abstract an hydrogen from your gamma. Finish the product, write the product. Finish writing the product. It should be 8 and 4. Make sure how you are fixing your stereochemistry of your OH. Can I fix it? Can I fix the stereochemistry? No, na? Because this whole chemistry, how it goes? By radical. Right? That always keep in mind, okay, whether it is a concerted process or it is a radical process. Many times people will ask you how you differentiate singlet nitrogen, triplet nitrogen, singlet carbene and triplet carbene. Best way is by its stereochemistry. Okay. This is very stereo specific product you get in singlet because it is a concerted process. In triplet, it is a stepwise. So, it is a radical mechanism. So, your stereochemistry will be lost. Right. Shall finished. Now, what you have? You have a system. See, it is not a ketone, that is why you should be little bit careful. Okay, it is a type of ester. Okay, this is a type of an ester, and this is your ketone. So, you know the ester for lambda max is different compared to your ketone lambda max. What happens if we fertilize this? Yeah, you can always go to your, that you can write S1, then you get intersystem crossing. First write the radical, then you can think always. So, where you are thinking that this can abstract an hydrogen? One, two, three, 4, 5. I have an hydrogen here in 5th position, right, which is the gamma, right, alpha, beta, gamma. I have an hydrogen there. Then I have an hydrogen here. In this case, then hydrogens here. So, which you prefer to abstract? You want to abstract an gamma hydrogen? Okay, if I abstract an gamma hydrogen, my radical, where it is my radical? My radical is between my cyclopropane and my heteroatom O. I think it is nice to have it there. Yeah, whatever you said, fine, you can abstract from here, but just think the radical. You can abstract from here, okay, that is not possible because you do not want a radical on cyclopropane, right. You can abstract, the same thing is there. You can abstract from here also, okay, and then you can abstract from here. See, what they did is that, yes, like us, when they carried out this photochemistry, they also had a like understanding problem, like it can abstract from here. So, what they did a deuterium type of studies. Okay, they deuterated this 2 hydrogen, and they found out there is no hydrogen abstraction from here. Okay, the hydrogen abstraction mostly happen from this end. Okay, so this should be your what 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, it is your 1, 9 hydrogen abstraction. So, you can write, you can say hydrogen abstraction. So, if it does that, what do you get? Okay, this product, okay, then you can say, so once you leave like 1, 6, 1, 7, most of the time they cyclize this, okay, this type of radicals. So, once you cyclize this, you end up with what? Nice 8 member type of ring, right? Can you cyclize? See, this type of products you can get in photochemistry. Okay, these are all isolated products. They have been characterized. Fine. It's not like we are just writing for theoretical. Okay, well established reactions. You take this product. When you shine light, you end up with this product. Okay. This has been isolated and characterized. That means it stays in column and everything. Yeah? So, we can call this as 1, 9, right. So, we have seen 1, 7 and then we are now seeing 1, 9. So, it does not have any big restriction. That is what you should understand when you think of intramolecular hydrogen abstraction. It is not, people always intramolecular hydrogen abstraction Norris type 2 reaction. Okay, it is not that. When there is a possibility of hydrogen abstraction from other areas, it does it, okay, and it gives major product also. We will take this very good example. This is a nice have you started studying natural products? So, you have an A, B, C, D, right, rings, which are, I think next semester you might study natural products. Okay, there you will see terpenoids, alkaloids, terpenes, all these things. Okay, where you have this you call normally A ring, B ring, C ring, D ring. Okay, then you will always have a methyl here. This question. I am taking a system where I have made an ester O carbon here. With a benzophenone, just I taken a type of system, okay, like type of sterols, okay, cholesterol, all this time falls on this, okay, and just attach my benzophenone and want to see what type of hydrogen abstraction this guy do. Another example, another example I have taken, like same compound. Just I have extended 2 carbons now. I want to teach you how the proximity matters. This two example will tell you how proximate things are. So, we have taken 2 good examples. Okay. So, once you fertilize, yes, you know it goes to S1, then it undergoes intersystem crossing to my T1. Okay. So, what it does, if in T1, if I have a radical, because I might end up with a radical. Yes. So, I have a O dot and C dot. Okay. So, I get a diradical C dot and O dot, in this case also C dot O dot. Now, what happens, this O dot, the closest proximity for this guy, okay, is this hydrogen for this O dot. If you do the model, you will really understand. And for this O dot, the closest proximity for this is these 2 hydrogens. See, only I have increased 1 carbon, and you can see the proximity completely changes. For this, it is your B ring, for this it is your C ring. So, if I want to write, then I can say that I am just removing. So, the bond will be made in this. In this case, it will be OH. I can remove this hydrogen, and I can say the bond is made here. This is very good example for hydrogen abstraction from distant site. So, the number here does not matter, whether it is 1, alpha, beta, gamma, nothing matters here. It is properly hydrogen abstraction from the distant site. And you can see that how, if I change the carbon, increase the carbon, the whole proximity of the ring changes. So, for this case, B was very close, and in this case it is for C ring. Fine. So, this example tells how clever is your molecule. This particular example you can see. So, it is a proper diketone. Okay. And for example, I am trying to use some filters, okay, and shine only my aromatic ketone. Right. Now, I have given a clue that I am going to excite my aromatic ketone. Can you come out with the product? See whether what molecule does. You do by yourself and get the product. Can we understand what this molecule can do? So, what happens? So, first step you said that you will be photolyzing, goes to S1 and then it undergoes a nice inter-system crossing to give me a T1. So, what you can do now? From where? I can write alpha, beta, gamma. I can write alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, that's an option. You want to take it from here? Okay, do that. So, you get a 1,4 diradical. Okay. So, what you studied in 1,4 diradical? What you have studied 1,4 diradical? Cyclization happens. Hydrogen abstraction from where you want because you cannot destruct your aromatic ring. So, that option gets lost. Yeah? So, you can cyclize. If you cyclize, what product you get? You say you are going to get this product. Yes, if it cyclize, I think yes, CS2, right? You can get this product only if you cyclize. See, molecule, yeah, if it is 1,4 diradical, yes, molecule has to do cyclization, but it does another thing. It say that I am not going to go this side because I have much more easier way to do. What it can do? Any guess? I always say that when I am adding something new to the system, just use it. See, this ketone is there, right? Molecule always likes to do this, which you have studied. Or you can write it, or you can write an arrow so that can do this. Why it has to do this? Because if it does this, it can make a 6-member ring, which is very nice for it. Rather than being in a strain one with a 6 and 4, now it can have a 6 and 6, like you get a very nice product. So you think this product,
This diradical from this intermediate, it may also produce from the
which one?
starting matrix.
Which sir? This diradical. That's why I asked you.
This may also.
Yeah, you can get it from here. That's why I asked you whether you can abstract from here or you can abstract from here. But most of the time, if you are selectively exciting this ketone, okay, it's most of the time you are selectively exciting this ketone. Then its rate of intersystem crossing is fast. Okay, benzophenone. It's a benzophenone, that is acetone. Okay, so it intersystem cross to your triplet, and from triplet it will be a diradical, and the chemistry dominates from there. See now you understand how molecules are little bit. See, it doesn't. We thought about having this product. We said this is the product, but molecule is saying that this. Now you understand. This, see, this is much more stable because you are getting a type of. So I prefer to take this direction than this direction. So there are many examples. If it has no choice, then it takes this ring strain to form this product. If it is given a choice, then it takes that part. Okay. So far what we were discussing is about intramolecular hydrogen abstraction. There are some reactions where intermolecular hydrogen abstraction also happens. Not some, most of the time intramolecular hydrogen abstraction also you can observe. That happens mostly from your solvent type of mechanism. If your solvent can donate hydrogen or hydrogen radical, then you can see most of the time intermolecular hydrogen abstraction happening. Okay, that's famously you call as photo reduction of your carbonyl chemistry. Okay, you will see that. It's a single word, intermolecular hydrogen abstraction. Okay. Best example is that we take a benzophenone, okay, and do the photolysis in the presence of, you can take your reduced benzophenone. Okay. And if you do in this solvent, you do the photolysis and see what happens. Or you can take acetone and do it in isopropanol. Okay, whatever. So I selected this case is that since we know that this can on photolysis gets you to S1, then IC undergoes intersystem crossing to give me a T1. Right. So your T1 will be looking like right. So you have studied this. Now which radical is going to abstract from where? You study that it's alkoxy radical abstracts an hydrogen from your carbon, not from this, because again you will be generating an alkoxy radical. Here means you can abstract nicely, you will get a C dot, right. Fine. So what you get then? You get a pH C dot OH plus get to this radicals, right. So, this can recombine. So, you can see a CC bond formation happening here. Okay. Okay, this is your major product. Here it's a proper intramolecular hydrogen abstraction happening from your solvent. Right. Same example, if you do photolysis in presence of toluene, because this I am taking a nice system and doing it. Okay. If I do the photo reduction with the same compound in toluene, then what do you expect? Taking say doing it in toluene. So, what you can expect? Yeah, it fertilizes, it goes to all your singlet and then undergoes intersystem crossing to triplet. Then, so you get a radical like this Q1. So, it has to now react with your toluene to give you what? What I should get? I can abstract an hydrogen from this methyl. Okay. So, then I will be ending up sorry, I will be ending up with a C dot OH plus CS2 dot, right. See, previous case what happened, like both the radicals what you got were similar, right. So, they just combine. In this case this will combine this and this. Yes, that is the possibility, or you can say like can say I will get this. Why cannot you get bibenzyl type of things? Yeah, yeah. Then you can say that I can also combine this. You can say this happens, nah? And you can also say yes sir, I can get this also. Just by saying changing the solvent. Okay. Previous case I just took the same system where you do not get radical problem. Now I have taken different solvent like toluene. Now I can say, see these are the products which get, see okay, I am selling which will be major product. I have now 3. Can you assume which will be formed major? Which one? So we will call A, B, C. Huh? C, why? Yeah, this is the, because you have taken that in excess most of the time. No? By radical stability you can always go for A, no? Because this radical is much more stable. So, they can stay in the solution, find their counterpart, then make a CC bond. So, then it becomes more stable from radical stability point. This is very less formed, okay, very less formed. So, these are the 2 products which are you oftenly see. Okay. So, the same photolysis we will see in S class. If I carry out in methanol, what happens? Okay. In methanol it gives some other nice chemistry. Okay. Fine. So in this class we have just discussed, like you can see intramolecular hydrogen abstraction happening other than hydrogen atom from the gamma carbon. You have seen that it can abstract from beta, delta, epsilon and even from the distant site, and plus we have introduced what is intermolecular hydrogen abstraction. So, next class we will discuss about intermolecular hydrogen abstraction for some few minutes, then we will get to addition to pi system, that is your third reaction. Fine. So, we will end up our class now.